So you want to build a great online community. Great, I'm going to show you how. Here's what you need to do. I have built 3 successful online communities, one in a Facebook group, Grow Your Blog Movement, it has 650 members. 2 in my Medium publication, The Postgrad Survival Guide, we have about 7,250 followers there. And then 3 in my Slack channel, my personal private Slack channel for Medium Mastery, my online course, that has about 40 or so members. Overall, if you add them all up, I basically run 3 different communities with 8,000 members. And some of them have been going on for years, some of them have been going on for months, some of them have just been going on for the past couple of days. These are my online communities, and I realized that a lot of people, they have taken on the qualities that I have, and they have started to write stories that I would write, they start to publish stories that I would write, and it's just been like this amazing, crazy thing that that's how it's worked out. And online communities are such a great thing. I mean, there's so many benefits to creating one of your own, whether that's a Facebook group, a Slack channel, a Medium publication, a Twitter chat, whatever you want to do. When you create an online community of your own, you can really start to instill the values that you hold dear to a group of people and have huge impacts on a couple people, hundreds of people, or thousands of people. So these are the benefits. And then also, I just threw my pen. And then also, you can actually start to shout out some of the things that you like, or some of the products that you sell, some online courses that you sell, whatever. I don't really necessarily do that too much, but that's something that you can do, and it should be an afterthought. But first of all, that is a benefit. So, okay, so how do you actually make a good group? Like, how do you make a good online community? There's a whole lot of caveats to that, but I really want to explain this to you using a diagram. Are you down for that? Okay, cool. I'm gonna put you right here looking at my desk. Ready? 3, 2, 1. So basically, when you grow up, you have a mother and a father. You're learning from them as you grow up, and they have their own values and their own personalities that they are obviously going to instill in you, whether that's political views, moral views, religious views. I even kind of look the same as them, or I have the same body language and all that kind of stuff. And then you start to understand that, oh hey, I have the same political views, I have a lot of the same religious views, I have a lot of the same views on society and people and education, and you understand that came from them. By being around them, by listening to them, and by kind of picking up on what they have been saying, you have become exactly like them. So that's the thing I wanted to show you all. When you are creating an online community, the people are going to look to you for the values. And they're not going to say that. They're not going to say, hey Tom, show us how to act. No. They are going to learn how to act based on your actions and based on your judgment. So with my Slack channel, it's been amazing. I'm actually low-key, that's my favorite creation that I've ever created, and it's my favorite community that I've ever created, because a lot of the people respond to each other with such respect and compassion and kindness. And I'm not going to say that I'm all those things, but what I am going to say is, when I created that online community, I had those things in mind. I said, I want this place to be a very, very respectable place. I want there to be lots of values and opinions gathered here, and I want to make sure that everyone feels like they can say what they want to say, and that we can walk away from all of that and say, all right, we're all good now, we're just going to keep moving forward, and we're going to share our thoughts, and we're not going to necessarily come to blows about it. So it's been amazing to see this, because I think that I've brought together a lot of different people with a lot of different perspectives and beliefs and backgrounds, and I have created this online community, and really we have created this online community that is amazing. I'm so proud of it, and I think that it's something that I'm going to look back on and continue moving in the future with. I'm going to look back on and say I'm very, very proud of that. And how do you get traffic to these groups? How did I get traffic to my Medium publication, or my Facebook group, or my Slack channel? Guys, the main thing that you need to do is create an email marketing bribe, create an email marketing list, so that you can start to send emails to these people and create your online communities that way. I swear, creating your own email marketing system and scheme is the way that you build up online communities, because then you can send those people directly to your online communities and start to build up a Facebook group or a Slack channel or a Medium publication. And how do you do that? How do you get email subscribers? Medium, publish on Medium. Create call to actions that you put at the end of your posts, and then you can start to gain followers to a certain online community that you're creating, etc., etc. Or in your call to action, you could just say, join my Facebook group, join my Slack channel, join, etc., etc., etc. And you will start to build up your own online community that way. It's awesome. People don't really know how to get people to their group in the first place. It's by writing blog posts, people. It's by building up your email list. It's by emailing your existing list and saying, hey, I've created a Facebook group, really want you to be a part of it. I think you'd really, really enjoy it. So number one, I want you to write down the 3 values that you want this group to embody. Okay, whether that's kindness, respect, whether that's diversity, all of these different values. I want you to think, look up values on Google and look up all the different values that you can have. And I want you to pick 3 of them, and I want you to focus on those 3 and make sure that everything that you're doing kind of relates back to that, okay? So every time that you interact with your community, I want you to filter your responses and your comments through those 3 values. Sometimes it's not that scientific. Sometimes you just basically start to interact how you would interact, and the values that you hold dear will be transitioned and kind of extrapolated onto the certain communities that you have. The next thing is, guys, you need to be engaged. You need to respond to every single comment from everybody. Like when someone starts to, when the community starts to have a discussion, and when it starts to snowball, and when it's a discussion that really no longer you're a part of and they just start to snowball it, that's amazing. And a lot of times we as leaders will just sit back and say, I'm just gonna let this play out. And this is, this is great. This is the engagement that I wanted. But you should hop in. You should at least try to say something to each and every person that commented, and you should try to be right in there with it, because that's the online community that you wanted to create. Now, how to get engagement from the very, very start is very, very difficult. But the thing is, you need to understand that you need to put in effort. It's almost like when you accelerate a car. At first, you're at a complete dead stop, and then you start to accelerate, and it's little by little by little, and then maybe you go on the highway and it's like 70. Every now and then you're pushing the gas pedal, but mostly you're just basically coasting a little bit. That's how an online community is. You need to really put in a lot of legwork at the beginning. You need to post every single day for at least the first month if you want to make that Facebook group or that Slack channel or that Medium publication successful. So make sure that you are the one that's putting in a lot of the effort to drive action. No one else is going to put that effort in for you. If you want to build a great community, you have to put in the legwork and you have to push that thing forward. Physically, well, not physically, but you have to push that thing forward. And guys, last but not least, the biggest thing to creating a great community is make it about them. Don't shout out your products and your online courses and your other communities and every single post, or even once a week. Don't do that. Every single time I try to post something on Facebook or on my Medium publication or my Slack channel, it's never really about what I'm doing personally. When you're constantly advertising something of your own, that's not a great thing. People are going to get turned off by that. People come to your group for value. They come to your group for community, and they come to your group for a lot of different reasons. The thing is, you really need to provide a lot of value. You can't just say, I'm just gonna throw my online course on people every chance I get, etc., etc., etc. Okay? For instance, I create letters every single day for my Medium publication, and I shout out the articles of my contributors. I never shout out my articles. I very rarely shout out my articles. I'm always shouting out their articles. And because of that, people get much higher views, read rates, and fans for my publication, even though it's a fraction of the size of other publications on Medium. And it's because I put in so much work to get their stories seen. And because of that, they publish their stories to my publication more and more and more. I never have a shortage of posts. I never have a shortage of contributors, and everyone wants to contribute at the Postgrad Survival Guide because I'm giving them legitimate, personalized exposure and a platform that they can do that. So that's really kind of how you build a great community. I don't care if you're starting at 1. I don't care if you have 3 people in there. It doesn't matter. That's 3 people that you're talking to every single day. If you have 3 people in a Facebook group, go live. Do some live sessions. It's awesome. And I really think that you're going to be able to build that community and connection with them even more if you're doing those live sessions, okay? So I hope this helps you. This is all my lessons that I have on building a great online community. I'm going to let you all go. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked my little presentation there with the flashcards. and I hope you tune in next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to go over a lot of similar videos like this: marketing, branding, blogging, writing, online communities, all that sort of stuff, making money doing that online. I'm going to go over that in my YouTube channel for the rest of the year. So thank you guys for watching yet again. I will let you go. Bye-bye.